Hi, my darlings. I'm Sophie Darling, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Sophie. I have a doctorate in literature, which means I get way too emotionally invested in the shows that I'm watching. So if you're looking for a reactor that likes to talk about themes, symbolism, and character development, then you're definitely in the right place. So why don't you hit that subscribe button so you never miss a video? Today, we're reacting to episode 6 of season 1 of Jujutsu Kaisen. Schooner is genuinely insane, but really fucking cool. I like Schooner. I shouldn't like Schooner, but I do. There's something just really cocky and arrogant about him, and it's just, I don't know, very kind of hot. Like, that's all I can really say about it. He has killed Itadori, but Itadori isn't dead because, again, Schooner kind of needs Itadori's body as the vessel, and I feel like they could maybe come to an arrangement. There was a conversation about a pact that Itadori's a brat because he thought that he could control him without a pact. So maybe there's an arrangement that they come to that Schooner agrees to heal him and Itadori comes back to life. Gojo is pissed with the higher ups of the Jujutsu sorcerers and talked about potentially killing them all. So I feel like maybe foreshadowing, it could just be something he says in anger because he's pissed. I would be pissed too. They went against their agreement and orchestrated an assassination of Itadori essentially by sending him and two other students who were unequipped to take on a special grade curse. Even if they didn't know at the time it was a special grade curse, it still had the potential to become one. And the point still stands. They shouldn't have sent them. They were inexperienced and it was just malicious intent, essentially. So that could be an indication as to the direction that Gojo might be going in, which is maybe turning against the higher ups of the Jujutsu sorcerers. And then that would kind of create like an internal conflict between those that agree with Gojo and those that are against Gojo. And we could see Gojo's former students maybe turn on him because they don't align. We learned about Megumi's philosophy in life, which is life is unfair, so I'm not going to play fair. I'm going to ensure that the people who are deserving of a long life don't die unfair deaths. I'm going to do whatever I can to protect the people that mean something to me, even if that means sacrificing those that I don't deem as worthy, because in his mind, if life is unfair, then you have to be unfair too. You have to adapt. And there was the mention as well of his father giving him a name regardless of gender, which I think is just aligning with this premise that even from birth, he had an unfair life because it was setting him up for being potentially bullied. Because if his name isn't aligned with his gender, it could be that children pick on him for it because kids will pick on you for the stupidest of things. So I think it was just another indication of why he believes what he believes. And as well, there was a female figure. We don't quite know who she is, but I have a feeling it could be like his mother. And it was talking about how she was really kind and that life is unfair because her life got cut short when others he sees as less deserving of a long life get to live. And also this idea that like jujitsu sorcerers are just another cog in the machine of retribution, but does it really mean anything if you're not actively ensuring that you're protecting those that you genuinely care about from what is an unfair society? Because regardless of how much you try to play fair, there will always be those that try to undo it because that's just life. Life is cruel. So I think it's not really a pessimistic perspective, but it's more a motivation. Like, if you want to be the change in the world, you have to fight for it. You can't just wait for everything to become fair because in this society, life isn't fair. You have curses that are literally being born from the human mind because of negative emotion. And the unfairness of life is what aids in the creation of curses. So they kind of work in connection with each other. So essentially, you can't just wait around for the world to suddenly change. You have to be the change yourself. You have to fight for it. You have to prioritize what you believe in over anything else that comes your way. And that's what he believes in. He rides and dies for this idea that he's going to protect those that he deems as worthy of living a long life. And we saw a new figure that kind of looks like Megumi at the end, but older, who is talking to curses about this war, which I think is a war on humanity because there was this conversation that because curses are born from the unduplicitous side of humanity, the side that cannot lie, then curses therefore cannot lie. So curses are actually the purest of beings, whereas humans can lie, they can tell falsehoods, and they can hide their true feelings. So therefore, humans are inferior because curses are born of the human mind. But then it's kind of like if you're starting a war on humanity and curses have to be born from the human mind, then surely you're just eradicating any other curses from being created in the process. Like, I don't understand how that would work unless they're just wanting it to be that humans are not necessarily all destroyed, but maybe subordinated because they're working in conjunction with someone who is a human. So it mustn't be the complete eradication of humanity because it kind of needs humanity for curses to be made, but maybe the subjugation of humanity. And then there would be some exceptions, which is those that are deciding to work with the curses. But there was also the mention that Gojo would have to be taken out because Gojo is too powerful and would pose a threat to their ambition. Though it would be kind of ironic if Gojo then was like, actually, I kind of fuck with this idea, I'm going to work with you. And then we got a glimpse of Sukuna and Itadori. Well, not really Itadori. It was Sukuna sort of talking down to Itadori about like, don't peer into my thoughts or something, brat. So I think they're going to come to an arrangement and Itadori is going to come back. Because even the mysterious figure at the end, when it was talked about, well, Itadori's dead, he was like, is he? Without further ado, we're going to get into episode 6. The visuals are so cool. Like just the vessels of the bloodstream and then the spine. It's crazy. He's like, I wouldn't have to look up at you if you come down here and actually fight me. Yeah, I'd be pissed too. You killed him though. Fixing his arm doesn't do anything. You killed him. Yeah, it's pretty shit. Like, oh, great. I have to be stuck with you. I'll make you cry. I'll make you regret it. Maybe he just gets pissed off enough that he's like, Itadori, go back. I don't want you in here with me anymore. What the fuck? Oh my god, they're like siblings, aren't they? Oh, that's why he was like, don't look inside of me, brat. Yeah, they're gonna come to an arrangement. It's a mutual agreement. Oh, I'll be able to see something interesting. Megami. What? So he forgets that the promise happened, and then he can just take over his body if he chants that word. Like, oh? Okay. So what does he gain from this? Because this feels weighted in Itadori's favor. So it has to be mutually weighted, but this feels like it's more weighted towards Itadori. So what is he secretly gaining from this? Oh!
なんて言うわけねえだろ。無条件で生き返らせろ。そも
Like,
そも
no.
てめえのせいで死んでんだよ。
今
He's
から
not
殺し合って
stupid.
小僧が勝ったら無条件で。俺が勝ったら俺の縛りで生き返る。
いいぜ、ボコボコに。
Oh, that's unfair. It didn't even start. Life's unfair, but still.
僕はさ、性格悪いんだよね。知ってます。
There's something about Megami that fascinates Sukuna.
教師なんて柄じゃない。
That's why
そんな
Sukuna
僕がなんで
wants
高専で教鞭を取っているか。
to make the pact and bring Itadori back.
ユージのことでもわかる通り、上層部は呪術界の魔窟、ただのバカ。
Just
腐ったみ
idiots.
かんのバーゲンセール。そんなクソ呪術界をリセットする。
Oh, okay.
上の連
So
中を
maybe
皆殺し
not
にするのは簡単だ。
villain
でも
arc.
それじゃ首がすげ変わるだけで変革が起きない。
Okay, so he wants to train up people to take those
誰もついてこないし
places
ね。
in the higher
だ
ups
から僕は
that
教
have
育を選んだんだ。
positive
強く
qualities
里い仲間を育てることを。
so that he can get rid of the rot from the inside, essentially.
愛の無知。
それはサボりたいだけだ。
みんな優秀だよ。特
You
に
sure
3
it's
年
not
は
slack
かり、
enough?
2年乙骨。彼らは僕に並ぶ術師になる。
Okay, so
ユー
maybe
ジも
not
その一
villain,
人だった。
but wanting to change the corruption the right way
もう始めるけ
by
ど、
teaching.
そこで見てるつもりか。
He's back! And he's
フ
naked!
ルチンじゃん。いじちうるさい。
Has he come back with conditions? Because it kind of looked like Schooner won.
おかえり。
It wasn't really fair, but Schooner did win. Oh, Gojo looks happy because he was like Yuji was one of them, but now Yuji's back. But I don't know. I think Schooner got his own
ユージに最
way.
低限の力をつける時間が欲しい。ショコ、悪いが記録上、ユージは死んだままにしてくれ。
じゃあ、虎杖がっつりかくまう感じ？
いや、交流会までには復学させる。
Oh, he's gonna partake.
和コードから青春を取り上げるなんて許されていないんだよ。みんなびっくりするかな。
Oh, bless. He wants him to be strong though before anyone targets him because he doesn't want anyone to take advantage.
昔から責任感は強い方だった。給料も全部4人の義妹を大学に通わせるために貯金してる。そんな俺でも抗えない生存本能。
Oh, he
あのテーブルに
senses
近づけば死ぬ。
something is off. He's like, I can't go there.
殺すより封印することに心血を注ぐことをお勧めするよ。特級呪物、獄門鏡を使う。
すみません店長、俺やめます。
Oh,
おいちょっと待ってよ
he's like, absolutely fucking not dealing with this.
ジョーが興奮するな、熱くなる。
お客様
Can they not see
ご
him?
注文はお決まりです
Oh, it's a good thing that guy left. Holy shit. Oh my god, that's so fucked.
ゲート、わしはスクナの指何本分の強さだ。
甘く見積もって8、9本分ってとこかな。
十分、獄門鏡をわしにくれ。収集に加える。その代わり五条悟は、わしが殺す。
Oh my god, thank god that waiter quit. Damn. Yeah, he was like, nah, I'm gonna die if I stay here. I'm gonna fucking bounce. Very perceptive. That was fucked.
自分たちが現場に着いた時には、すでに息子さんは亡くなっていました。正
Oh,
直自分は、あそこの人たちを助けることに懐疑的でした。
he's bringing her comfort because it's what Itadori wanted to do.
成し得ませんでしたが、息子さんの生死を確認した後も遺体を持ち帰ろうとしたんです。
But he didn't make it.
せめてこれを、
Hopefully it brings you some comfort.
正さんを助けられず、申し訳ありませんでした。
Oh, what a good boy.
あの子が死んで悲しむのは私だけですから。
Regardless of what he'd done, he was still her son, you know?
呪術師としてどんな人たちを助けたいですか？
別に私のおかげで誰が助かろうと知ったこっちゃねえよ。
聞かなきゃよかった。
He's like, I kind of expected that.
5代
Jesus Christ!
可愛い写真を買いに行かせろ
あの二人は何してんですか？
受け身の練習。お前らは近接弱っちいからな。
まずは私らから一本取れ。話はそれからだ。
They're quite cool.
今覚えるべきは呪力のコントロール、そして呪術に関する最低限の知識だね。
いや、やっぱ修行つけてもらうなら五条先生がいいと思ってたから嬉しくて。
What?
俺は弱くて誰も助けられなかった。
He's
それ
being
どころか
very
伏黒を殺しかけた。今のままじゃ
chipper.
あいつらに顔向けできねえよ。強くなりたい。
So it never happens again.
最強を教えてくれ。
こっちが呪力で
What?
こっちが術式。
なるほど。
That was
呪
cool,
力を電
Gojo.
気、術式を家電に例えようか。
Okay.
電気だけじゃちょっと使い勝手悪いでしょ。だから家電に電気を流して様々な効果を得るわけ。
Okay.
こっちはただ磁力をぶつけただけ。こっちは磁力を術式に流して。
Okay, so the energy is nothing. Wait, no, the technique is nothing without the
飛
energy.
びぐな術式を身につけると。
いや、ユージには呪術は使えないよ。簡単な式神とか結界術は別として、基本的に術式は生まれながら体に刻まれているものだ。
Okay, so you have to be
だから呪術師の
born
実
with
力
them?
は才能がほぼ8割って感じなんだよね。
俺もサンダーとかファイヤーとかパワーボムとかできると思ってたから。
パワーボムはできるでしょう。
But no.
大仁田か。
Oh, that animation's so cute.
そのうち君の体には少なの術式が刻まれる。できないことはガン無視してこ。君の長所をさらに伸ばす。ユージの体術に磁力を上乗せするんだ。下手な呪術よりもこういう基礎でご利用しされた方が僕は怖いよ。さっきも言ったけど肉弾戦の才能はピカイチだからね。
That was so much information. Right, so techniques are like etched into the body when you're born. So the only way that Itadori can use the techniques is because Schooner's techniques will eventually become sort of absorbed into Itadori. But cursed energy is something anyone can use because if curses are born from the human mind, then you can also weaponize curses from your own mind because we saw Itadori doing that with the regret and fear of death and all the negative emotions he was feeling in that moment. He was able to then turn that cursed energy back onto the special grade curse. So you can weaponize your own cursed energy that you are like manifesting through like negative feeling and emotion and regret, right? No one over explain anything to me because again, I'm just going to try and figure it out with the show. So don't explain anything. I'm just voicing my thoughts in the moment. The power of a Jujutsu sorcerer is roughly 80% innate talent. Curse techniques are fundamentally etched into your body from the day you were born. Because not every Jujutsu sorcerer will have the curse technique. So to be like 100% top-notch Jujutsu sorcerer, you have to have that 20%. There's essentially techniques are like something unique that not everyone has, but in mastering curse energy, if you have the techniques, you can then make the curse energy into something far stronger or like change the shape of it, much in the same way appliances that use electricity are nothing without electricity, but in using electricity, you can weaponize it for different aspects. So much in the same way, curse energy can be used in different ways by curse techniques. But you fundamentally need the cursed energy in order to master the techniques. But the techniques are only available to those that have it etched into them on the day that they are born. So confusing. So much information. I'm trying. I'm desperately trying to pick this up.
でもそれなら俺もできるぜ。
起きろよ。
あの時なんとなくコツはつかんだ。
Yes, he did.
じゃあやってごらん。こ
Oh,
こに打
the
ち込んで
music.
どうせできないから。
This slaps. Gojo's like,
困っ
that's
てなかっ
nothing.
たね。呪力
なんで
Because he's
磁力
not
の源は負の感情。
negative, you
君の
know?
言うあの時は怒りや恐怖に満ち溢れていたんだ
Now he's just happy.
確かに伏黒もいつもキレ気味だったかも。
どうした？
今とてもイラッとしました。
Someone's talking about me.
意外としっくりきますね。
Imagine there's a way to master it
み
without
んな
being
わずかな
like
感情の
pissed
か
off all the
磁力を
time.
捻出する訓練をしてるんだ。逆に
Okay.
大きく感情が触れた時磁力を無駄遣いしないようにもね。訓練方法はいくつかあるけどユージにはかなりしんどいものをやってもらうよ。映画鑑賞。
To trigger your emotions.
名作から C 級ホラー、地雷のフランス映画まで起きてる間はぶっ通しでだ。
So he experiences every emotion.
こいつと一緒に見るんだ。
何このキモ可愛い人形。
It's gonna have cursed energy.
学長特製の樹海だよ。
ああ、やっぱりか。趣味が同じ。
It is cute. It's gonna punch him though.
全然容量得ないんだけど。
焦らない焦らない。
Oh, he's gonna have to put his cursed energy into it. Oh,
さっきも言った通り、ここにはいろんな映画が揃ってるから。
he needs to find what works for him, right? Like there's gonna be certain emotions that give him more cursed energy than others.
まずはその樹海を起こさず、映画を一本無傷で見通すこと。これがどんな感情下でも一定の磁力出力を保つ訓練。今は有事でも出せる程度の微弱な磁力に設定してあるけど、徐々に大きな出力を要求してくるから、常に気を抜かないようにね。何から見る？これなんておすすめだよ。ヒロインがムカつくんだけど最後派手に死ぬの。
Well, you've just spoiled it.
はい。イライラしても磁力は一定。
So it'll be at any point, no matter what emotion he feels, he'll be able to use cursed energy.
刀とかも鞘に収めるロスがあるし、全員先輩は2つ以上持ち歩くこととかザラですよね。
パンダに持たせてる。
物を出し入れできる呪霊を飼ってる術師とかもいるよな。
それは無理だろう。レアだし。
宝の持ち腐れだな。
あれは俺には特級に勝てる可能性があったと。そういう意味だったんだろうか。
Schooner's fascinated by you. He wants to see what you become.
ツナツナ。
先輩、
Like this?
なんとかなりそうです。
You can do something that very few can do.
おいおい、こんな時に何の話だい？
プラゴミが赤で燃えるゴミが青だったの。そうよ、赤よ。普通赤。
It's not gonna be red, is it?
コーラ飲んでる時はやめろや。
飲むなよ。
Don't drink it then.
そうだ。死んでる時、スクナと話したかい？
Sorry, the noise is making
条件とか契約を持ち
it.
かけられなかった？
He was told that he would forget about the promise because the condition was made. So he's back on Schooner's terms. The pact's been made. I had a feeling that would be the case. I think Gojo suspects something as well.
先行ってて。
これ何か試されてます？本当に先行ったら殴る的な。
No, I think he senses something. That it's for his safety. Because Gojo's like, something's off. Yeah. Volcano curse.
何者？
Who are you? Why am I dealing with you?
ジュジュ散歩。
五条悟の
Go, go, Gojo!
新入生かな？どうやらうまく磁力が練れないようですね。アドバイスしていきましょう。君は狭い歩道を歩いている。目の前には応対の男子大学生。彼らは君には気づいてない。殺意が湧くだろう。
うるさい。
Oh, damn. Okay, so I had a feeling that he was going to be back on Schooner's terms because he technically lost to Schooner, even though it wasn't a fair fight because they hadn't even started. And then this just confirms it when he says to Gojo, oh, I don't remember. We did talk about that, but like I don't remember the terms because one of the terms was you would forget that we made this pact to begin with, which means Schooner could come out when I can't remember what word it is that he says. It's extension. So he hands over his body to Schooner whenever he chants extension, and then Schooner gets control for a minute. But then also part of that agreement is that like he won't kill or harm anyone. But there has to be another reason. There is a bigger purpose behind this pact, because again, it felt very much weighed in favor of Itadori. Like, Itadori gets to come back to life. Sukuna won't kill or injure anyone during that minute. He's saying it's a pact founded in mutual interest. So if this is a pact founded in mutual interest, what is the mutual interest other than there is an interest in Megami? It's ever since he saw him, and then he talked about it's a waste of talent. Is this connected to him having a rare ability that like not very many jujitsu sorcerers seem to have, and him having the potential to beat special grades? But it's almost as if it's sort of awoken something in him, like he's seen this skill before. And I'm wondering if it somehow ties back to this mysterious guy whose name I think we got, but I've completely forgotten it already, who's trying to wage a war against humanity, in that he also knows about Sukuna. He knows information about Sukuna. He knows how powerful Sukuna is. He knows about the fingers. So who's to say that he and Sukuna haven't had like interactions in the past? And he also knows who Gojo is. So I'm like, could this be somebody that's linked to Megumi, but also is somehow linked to Gojo and Sukuna recognizes something in Megumi that makes him remember this individual and sort of is an indication that maybe this individual is still around? The one that was speaking with the curses and sent the curses to fight Gojo. Maybe. A lot of information, trying to take it all in is a little bit hard at times. I will admit this show can be a little bit confusing because it just throws so much at you, but then there's so much that still isn't explained. So it's like when they were talking about cursed energy and cursed techniques, we kind of knew about the cursed energy because we saw it with Itadori, but the cursed techniques is kind of new. And then it was like, actually, you'll be able to use it eventually. He hasn't told him that. But essentially, we know that Itadori will eventually be able to use it because their bodies will kind of merge, Sukuna's and Itadori. So Sukuna has cursed techniques, which could be like the malevolent shrine that he like performed. Could that be a cursed technique? Nobody answer. I'm sure it will be explained. It's all very hard to follow at times, but I am looking forward to each episode so I can try and learn as much as I can, but it is definitely a little bit confusing trying to make sense of it all. But I'm doing my best, I promise. I'm sorry if this isn't like the most analytical of reacts, but there's so much information and so little answers given to any questions I might have until they decide to give me little snippets. But I do love that Itadori is being kept safe because Gojo doesn't want anyone to harm him, especially if they know that he's back, because they'll use his weakened state as an opportunity to attack him once more. And that he's trying to make him stronger so that he can actually weaponize this cursed energy without having to rely on being in a life or death situation. So the watching of the movies and learning to constantly channel cursed energy regardless of the emotion by putting it into this little plushie that's going to beat his ass if he doesn't is kind of hilarious. Also really endearing because Gojo genuinely cares about his students. He really wants them to succeed. And he's talking about why he went into teaching. And it's not because he loves teaching. It is simply because he sees that there is corruption in the jujitsu sorcerers. He sees that if he got rid of all those at the top, there would just be others equally as corrupt or worse that would take their spot. So nothing would change. He has to change it from the roots up. He's spending his energy and time teaching the new generation of jujitsu sorcerers, ensuring that they have the characteristics that he wants and thinks should be channeled by everyone and modeled by the jujitsu sorcerers that the top ranks seem to be lacking. And he's ensuring that they have everything that they need in order to succeed. He's going to be in their corner every step of the way. And it's incredibly smart. It shows some foresight that he knows that he could do it, but what would be the point? It's so much better for him to invest his energy into true change, long-lasting change, than temporary gratification by killing those that he deems are idiots in the top ranks because he knows more idiots will take over. So then he's just kind of wasted that energy and wasted that opportunity to change the jujutsu sorcerers for the better by focusing on the wrong thing. So he doesn't teach because he likes teaching. He teaches because he wants the society that he's within to be better, and he sees that it does have potential, and the only way that can truly be modeled is by making sure that the next generation coming up the ranks model the virtuous characteristics that he thinks the jujutsu sorcerers should have. But I don't know, I still get kind of like this weird feeling that he could just go villain arc, which would be kind of fun, I think, seeing Gojo go on a villain arc. But I think for the time being, we have Gojo now fighting this curse that has gone to take him out, and probably going to learn more about their ulterior motives and this war that they're wanting to rage. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this react, please consider liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment below to help boost this video into the algorithm. Until next episode, bye.